Hi everyone, it's Jordan again. Welcome back to AfroLivity. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about how to manage your day's intake of food to make sure that you're hitting all the necessary checkboxes. Now, a lot of my friends and others who've been on a plant-based diet for maybe not too long or looking to start on it, they often say, oh, I don't know what to eat. I don't know why I should be eating this, how to even structure my day. And it's normal. Moving from the diet of a standard omnivore to a healthy whole foods plant-based diet is completely different, and it's totally normal to feel like you're dropped in the deep end essentially. And sadly, this is one of the main reasons why a lot of people actually quit and give up on being on a plant-based diet, because they just don't know what to eat and they find themselves eating really badly or just eating really boring food, and it just gets to the point at which they're like, you know, I can't really continue. And that is preventable. So basically, I'm going to be talking to you in this video about how to avoid that. We're mainly going to be following something called the Daily Dozen. Now, this is a checklist produced by an American physician called Dr. Michael Greger. He runs a not-for-profit website, YouTube series called NutritionFacts.org, where, as the name says, he produces a lot of work on nutrition and health with a load of scientific research to substantiate his claims. He's a great doctor and he's very well respected in the field of plant-based diets. You'll often see him in many documentaries with other names such as Dr. John McDougall, Dr. Michael Clapper, Dr. Neil Barnard. All of these names are very commonly found in the plant-based community. So yeah, Dr. Michael Greger, he came up with this list, and it's a really wonderful way, I think, for helping newcomers to a plant-based diet structure and come up with a regime that they want to follow. And after a while of using this Daily Dozen and using this checklist, you'll get to a point where it's just a habit. You don't have to consult the checklist every day, and that's essentially the point where you can now continue by yourself. I did not know about this list when I first started. I reckon it would have helped me quite a bit, just to have avoided me making some of the silly mistakes that I made at the start. I only found out about this list a couple of weeks ago, so I think this is going to be a really good thing to analyze. To add more realism, I'm going to show you what I eat on a typical day and see how it compares to Greger's checklist. And yeah, hopefully I meet all of the points. So I will see you in a video. Here's Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen checklist. So we have beans, berries, other fruits, cruciferous vegetables, greens, other vegetables, flax seeds, nuts and seeds, spices, whole grains, drinks, and exercise. And each little V there corresponds to one serving. Okay, so here's my first meal. So this is a smoothie with about 2 to 3 bananas, some oats, flax seeds, chia seeds, sunflower seeds, walnuts, almonds, and about 3 dates, topped off with about a tablespoon of molasses just to give some creaminess. Here we go, blending it up. Okay, as you can see, this is where I stand after the first smoothie. I mean, technically I took more than one serving of flax seeds and nuts and seeds, but it's not really that important. Alright, on to the next meal. I've got some whole grain pasta here, so that's a serving there. Then I'm going to add some chopped up onions and garlic to some water and stir it around a little bit. As you can see, I'm not using oil. There are many reasons why I don't cook with oil, but I just find my food is a lot lighter and tastes nicer without it. Okay, right, there are 2 servings of soybeans in there. So it's about 200 grams. I've added some herbs and spices, some tomato and some extra water there to the mix. Here's some veg. So I've got some broccoli, kale, just general greens, and a stick of celery just to add some saltiness to the flavour. Alright, right now it looks like there's a lot of veg in there. Don't worry, once the heat gets to it, it will shrink and reduce and it looks a lot more manageable afterwards, so fear not. Okay, so now just serving up the spaghetti, and here's a finished dish. So as you can see, it's really good, steaming hot, and wow, That looks delicious. So just gonna serve that up now, and then we'll look at where we are according to Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen after this meal. So this is where we are after the second meal. I'm counting kale under greens there and my broccoli under cruciferous veg. Alright, in between my lunch and dinner I like to have a smoothie, so I'm going to use a banana, 3 dates, some blueberries, some cherries, summer fruits, yeah, in the middle of December, and moringa, which is some incredible superfood powder. Recommend you check that out if you haven't already done so. So just throwing in the berries now. I don't really measure them, I just like to add as much as I think I'm going to need and to taste. So that definitely exceeds and meets Dr. Greger's recommended 1 serving a day. And then here we go with some moringa, top up with some water, and here is where we stand after the third meal. So I counted it as about 3 servings of berries, which is about fair. I counted the extra banana and the dates under fruits. Then we've essentially just got the spices, whole grains, and another serving of beans to go. So I've got some potatoes there, regular and sweet, some red lentils, and some of the tomatoes I had left off from my earlier dish. So, and in this pot here, got some whole grain brown rice and wild rice going off. So now I'm going to put some of the potatoes in another pan with water, let it boil, and to that we add the all-important turmeric, which is on Dr. Greger's list. I love turmeric, it adds great flavour, it's really important for your body as an anti-inflammatory. Now there's about 100 grams of lentils there. I've rinsed and now I'm going to add it to the pot. Unlike other forms of lentils like green lentils, you don't actually have to soak them before you cook them, so it's really quick and easy. Alright, just adding some onion powder to the mixture now. Okay, topped off with some tomatoes. And I'm just stirring it in now. Okay, and once that's all mixed together and soaked for a bit, I'm going to add some more spices. So garam masala, a wonderful mix, and some cumin, 2 very important ingredients once you're making any form of curry, in my opinion. And yeah, as you can see here, I'm just mashing up the potatoes and the lentils just to give it a lovely sort of wholesome texture, as you can see, which is just absolutely wonderful. Wow, so tasty. Trust me, you're gonna want to make this dish. I posted this on my page not too long ago and it got a lot of good reception, so I thought I would show you just how easy it is to make it and just how easy it is to add some fragrant rice to it too. So that's where we stand. So we've only got 1 serving of drinks to go. Okay, so as you can see, here are the totals. So we've got 3,378 calories, 482 grams of carbs, 138.2 grams of protein, and 71.5 grams of fat. Now that's quite high. It's higher than what I usually eat. I try to aim closer to 3,000 calories, but then again, if you look early in the video, I did have extra servings of different foods, and my metabolism is naturally very high because I'm an ectomorph. So all those things taken into account, that's what I eat on a normal day. I met all of the tick boxes on Dr. Michael Greger's list without even trying. And yes, I did do that exercise from before in the morning. Since Dr. Greger released his Daily Dozen checklist, some very helpful volunteers actually created an app for Android and iOS users to download, which features all of the checkboxes, and you can update it on your phone every time you've had a serving of certain things. just to stay on track, just to keep on top of things, and I think that's really incredible. So I'll put the links in the description below for anybody who's interested. If you want to know more about Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen and to see why he came up with this list, check the description below. I really recommend going to watch Dr. Michael Greger's stuff on NutritionFacts.org. He's very informative and is very good for people on a plant-based diet, whether you're new to it or you're experienced. So check that out. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.